Camp Club. I'm Matt.
I'm Claire.
I'm Reese.
There we go. We need to wait for the camera.
Basically designed a camping convenience item. Next. Okay, our idea. We wanted to make a product that was available to a wide audience, so available at a cheap price but a simple product as well. And our task analysis had to be made from recycled materials, so we made ours from HIPS plastic using the machine outside. It's a product that solves quite a common camping issue, we feel. And the product is based around camping and recycled materials, and we wanted an organic look to our whole product and feel to it.
I'll come on to the design ideas in a minute, but basically, echoing what Reese said, we'll discuss really it started off with a general discussion of what we were doing in the summer, and turned out a lot of us were going camping, and then we sort of discussing the advantages and disadvantages of what happens when you go camping, and we came up with that idea of when you put your mug on the floor and someone kicks it over, and how you could sort of find a simple idea that wasn't already on the market, and then incorporate that into our idea.
Yeah. Okay, so have you ever been camping and had to place your mug on the floor? Has it ever been tipped over or kicked over by someone else? We have found a resolution to this frequent problem. We've created a handy way to hold your mug when camping, a simple but effective product that clips straight onto the leg of a chair.
We wanted to make a simple yet effective design that sort of represented a dish that didn't sort of ruin your drinking experience while you're camping, but that could hold your cup in an upright position, that was easily accessible. And we found that by looking on the internet and in books and in brochures that many camping chairs either come with a ready installed cup holder in the mesh material, but they're normally quite pricey, so we wanted to make something that was available to sort of lower down the market and that everybody could access. So yeah, we talk about the expense of those green camping chairs that are specifically designed for one cup holder, but with ours at least you can put as many as you wanted to on.
Yeah. Also what we targeted with our product is when you get a chair that already has a cup holder in it, you can't always put a mug in them because they're just a closed circle, so I have to tilt over. But with ours, we've actually cut a slit down one side, so you'll be able to put a mug in and it would hold it upright in an upright position. And basically this is how it works, it just clips onto the side of your camping chair like that. The material that we used to actually create the cup holder itself was HIPS plastic, which is made of plastic bottle lids shredded down and then melted together to make one sheet of plastic. We then created a MDF mould and then used the vacuum forming process to form that around that like that. And then for the clip, we just cut one slit of it and then used a heat gun to mould it around the leg of a chair. And inside here we've just got rubber lining to give it extra grip, and we just use a screw, a washer and a bolt to secure it inside like that.
Is that passing this decision?
Well, we made it on Keynote, but when we exported it to PowerPoint, it messed up all the layout and images and stuff, so we had to save it as a QuickTime video.
Okay, anyway, we did have a video of it working. We had a live demonstration anyway.
Showing the clip as you're going onto the chair, like that. So it's quite secure on there.
And then we've got the design ideas that I was kind of in charge of, and I wanted to look at different ways that we'd be able to secure a cup but not restrict you from bending down to get it, or anything that was going to use expensive material or a lot of material for that matter. So the original design was a large piece of material that was going to cover actually the entire cup, and we decided that we were going to heat mould it round a wooden mould such as that. Although we did find that the problem was, because this is polystyrene, it was quite thin, so once we actually heated it, we didn't take into account how thin it would actually get, and when we moulded it round, it did sort of, cracks appeared and sort of deficiencies in the actual material, and then we were struggling to find a way that we were going to overlap the material. So then we moved on to our vacuum forming idea, and we actually chamfered the edges on our MDF mould using the laser cutter to cut out the circles and then the band facer next door. And then we used a pillar drill to drill a hole in at an appropriate height for the screw to go in. Like we said, we used HIP plastic, which turned out to be the sort of perfect plastic for both the clamp and the cup holder. It was strong, versatile, it wasn't affected by the actual vacuum forming process. We decided also to shorten the height of it and have more of a dish-shaped holder than an actual, more like a snug fit. So we made it more slanted and shorter to sort of be able to adapt for all the different size mugs, which is where we actually looked at existing mugs in the food tech room. So we've got different widths and diameters of mugs and different size handles. So we actually cut this slip to cooperate for all of the different types of mugs. Also, the original idea was that we were going to have an acrylic tube arm on it, but that actually turned out to weaken our product because there was more distance between the cup holder and the clamp, which meant that there was more weight on the actual clamp when the mug went in. So we decided the shorter the distance from the clamp to the cup, the actual stronger the product would be. And finally, like we said, we were looking at rubber lining, which is also reusable from, I suppose, a bike tyre. We found this, which we cut to the appropriate size and just stuck with double-sided sticky tape to the inside of the clamp. But they're the design ideas that we came up with and some of the problems that we faced along the way. But we seem to have overcome them. So.
Here's just the design for our packaging as well. As you said earlier, we wanted like sort of an organic, eco-friendly feel. So I used corrugated card and we engraved the logo on the laser cutter, which it's quite nice because you can see the corrugated card through there. And then vinyl for the slogan, camping convenience. I'll just pass it around so you have a look at it. Now, it's quite basic packaging, but we think it holds it quite well. And the picture at the front shows exactly what the product's about. Good.
And the fact as well that you can disassemble it and place it all within the cup saved us not only space issues with the actual packaging, but it proves that it's good for storage and you can pack it away in small areas.
So, any questions at all?
Can you pass around the actual cup?
Yeah, sure.